What's up, Herd? Today is Wednesday, August 14th. My name is Aaron, and this is your market update. Let's get into the Bitcoin charts. Bitcoin is down almost 2% today. Even though CPI data did come in a little bit under expected, the consensus was at 3%. We came in at 2.9%. But core inflation landed right where the consensus was at 3.2%. It means we're going in the right direction, guys, but it does not give the Fed any extra motivation to lower interest rates. Like I said on Monday, guys, I do expect Bitcoin to go sideways for at least a week or two before we start heading into our next leg up. If you look at this fractal here, I do expect it to look similar. So we went up 33% to this part of the leg here, and it lasted about 2 weeks. If you look at where we've come, we're at about 27% from the bottom to the top here. And I do expect this to last at least another week before we go into the next leg of this. Now, the next leg of this one was a whole whopping 45%. If we were to go up from the top of this range, guys, which starts at about $62,000, I do think we'd hit somewhere in the neighborhood of $90,000, which is pretty amazing. And that would be a major take profit point for this run. Let's take a look at Ethereum here. Ethereum had a nice pump this morning, putting us up about 2% over yesterday, but currently we're down about 2% over yesterday. So we've had a 4% volatility already this morning. I do expect sideways movement on Ethereum as well before we get into a major pump, but let's look at the same thing we did for Bitcoin. So we had this initial leg up, which was about 40% for Ethereum. Let's look what we've already had so far since the massive downturn that we had. That was from bottom to top, that's about 36%. So if we go and look at this right here, another 43%, let's look what 40% looks like on the way up here. If we go from the top of the range here at about 2,700 and go up 40%, that only gets us back to 3,800, which I think is extremely attainable. BNB is only down about 1% today, holding pretty well to where it was. Sitting above $500 is where we'd like to see it, guys, to continue to be bullish. Money flow is trending sideways right now, really not going up and to the right like I would expect. Solana pretty much flat today. Money flow starting to tick up in the right direction here. I think we have so much room to grow on Solana, though. If you know your tokenomics on Solana, you know that it is very inflationary currently and something to be aware of. Now let's get into the elephant money ecosystem, guys. One of the only green tokens in all of crypto that I'm watching is the elephant money token. We're up 3% over yesterday, and that gives us a total of 10% over the last couple of days, which is fantastic to see. On Monday, I made a video and I said if we got over 59 cents, guys, we'd be into bullish territory again, and we have done that. So I'm very proud of you guys for rowing in the same direction. Now, if you follow along with our Telegram chat, that's at elephant.money on Telegram, guys. Go to the pinned messages at the top of this and check out the new Medium article that we got from BT. This goes into detail on Futures V11 and how it's coming soon. Futures V11 is coming and will be migrating 100% over to Trunk. Futures participants will be rowing with the herd, and liabilities will be paid out of using a Trunk Treasury. Updated futures distributions during deposit will continue to feed the turbines, Elephant Treasury, and a reinstated Trunk Treasury. Bertha will be load balanced across both the Elephant and Trunk Treasuries. The Elephant Treasury will continue to be fed by the BTC and Trunk turbines. NFTs will continue to pay out Elephant and be funded by the Elephant Treasury. Futures V11 will launch with zero distribution to futures NFT holders. NFT holders will see a decrease in payouts as the system adjusts and Elephant Treasury is rebuilt. Long-term, Elephant will continue to be used as a dividend-paying mechanism for the ecosystem using the flawless NFT system that is currently in place. And here's an update after my video on Monday. The herd has already voted on Trunk as the primary growth asset of the ecosystem. Over 50% of the circulating supply of Elephant is controlled by the herd. This is in stark contrast to the less than 20% controlled by the herd for Trunk. Futures relies on a scarce appreciating asset to function, and Elephant will have its second coming, but only after our strongest held asset succeeds and growing and attracting future cash flows. Trunk has proven it has what it takes on BNB chain, and our expanded presence on Solana and Solend. Our Solend money market business outgrew futures in 30 days at a height of 65 million in supplied assets at its peak. We must determine that percentage of elephant treasury funds to migrate to the new trunk treasury to fund futures V11 liabilities. This migration involves swapping elephants to a stable and then strategically accumulate trunk over time using several strategies to avoid gaming the swift increase in capital. A reserve amount of elephant will be maintained in the elephant treasury and a buyback program will be put in place long term. In the short term, elephant will still receive buybacks as part of futures current mechanism. If you've got some voting power, guys, in the SVNN token, you can go ahead and vote here. And the proposals are as such: fund the trunk treasury with 60% of the remaining funds in the Bertha elephant treasury, fund it with the 75% of the remaining, or fund it with 90% remaining, or you can vote for none of the above. And with 58% of the vote, it looks like 90% of the remaining elephant tokens in the Bertha contract will be used to fund the trunk treasury. With that, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more content just like this. Have a great week, guys. We'll see you on Friday. God bless.